Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Cultured Cabbage. We have a bit of a interesting video for you guys today. As of this recording, we are wrapping up a Nightwing episode that we recently did. But to almost follow up on it a bit, we're here to talk about one of the great comic book debates, if you will. Despite the fact that it's entirely one-sided, it's Dick Grayson versus Tim Drake.
It is not one-sided.
It is. It is. Yes, it'll be myself, and I going against this jabroni, Carl. We'll be debating who's the better Robin, Tim Drake or Dick Grayson. I will be taking Dick Grayson, and Carl will be taking Tim Drake.
Yeah, the superior Tim Drake.
Oh, hey, you can't be throwing bombs before like that. That's unsportsmanlike.
You did, smartass.
What? I would never do such a thing. I can't believe you throwing these accusations around.
Yeah, my name is Bob.
Hi, Bob.
My
No, your
name's
name's
not Bob.
Your name's Carl.
My point exactly. That means you're a slanderer, my friend.
I'm no slanderer.
Yes, you were.
I do not slide on the landerers. But regardless, how do we want to break this up?
We'll start with your claim of why Dick Grayson is the best Robin.
Okay, and then you will give your rebuttal, I assume? Okay. Well, if we want to talk about Dick Grayson, we have to go back to the beginning, almost 100 years ago, a couple decades. Batman. Who doesn't love Batman? Well, I can think of a few people who don't love Batman, but a lot of people love Batman.
Well, he is the Mickey Mouse of the DC universe nowadays.
Yeah, he's pretty much I was about to say he's the Mickey Mouse of Warner, but I guess that's bugs.
I think people at Warner Bros. Want to make a Batman.
Yeah. And he pretty much is like the face of comic books in general, just him and Spider-Man pretty much. And he can throw Superman into the mix.
No one cares about Superman.
Well, apparently people care. I want to see Jack Black be Superman, but that's for a different time.
I'm talking about in the comic book industry because he has had 3 reboots in the past 10 years.
That's unfortunate.
One in the New 50. Yeah, we're not going to tangent about Superman.
Yeah, we're getting off topic, but yeah, Batman. People love him. And you know what? There's a lot of great pairings in life. You know, we've heard of peanut butter and jelly, Sprite and Oreos at a slumber party.
Yeah.
Ketchup and mustard. But you know what's another great pairing? Batman and Robin. You know, who doesn't love, the little boy wonder hanging alongside Batman in his little boots? What the heck with those boots?
They were fairy boots, and they want people who did not like Robin is a guy named Dan DiDio.
But regardless, and the original Robin was Dick Grayson. You know, a lot of people, not the same amount of people who know Batman's origin, but a lot of people know his origin. You know, acrobat, parents died, Bruce takes him in, he becomes Robin. Years later, he goes to his phase and breaks out on his own. You know,
or gets fired by Bruce for getting shot in the arm.
Yeah, it starts a little thing called the Teen Titans. Dick Grayson was the original. And I know that doesn't explicitly mean that he's the best. Because, hey, the original isn't always the best. But you can't argue with the results that he brought in. He was Robin for, oh gosh, how long was he Robin? When was Jason brought in? I believe that was the 80s.
Let me look up. Jason Todd, the Dead Robin.
Yeah, who cares about Jason Todd?
I don't know. His first appearance was in Batman 357 in 1983.
So yeah, it was the 80s. So that's a long time for one singular guy to be Robin. And you cannot argue with the fact that he's the most well-known Robin either. I mean, he was played by Burt Ward. You know, he's the Robin in most of the TV shows. I say most. And, despite its weird sort of connection, he's the Robin you see most often in the video games.
Yeah, because they never just added Burgess's story any further than that. I think the Arkham game is the only one you got far enough.
That's fair. But still, by far, Dick Grayson is, the most iconic, the most recognizable, and the most well-known Robin. And I feel like that is due to his personality. It clashes with Batman fantastically. Batman is this dark, brooding character, while Dick Grayson is very happy-go-lucky. He's positive. And, he very much clashes with Bruce's not only attitude, but his design. Like, look at Robin. Him and his, in his red, his yellow, his green. Compare that to Batman's black and sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Bruce needed a target so he can scare criminals.
Yeah, he needs someone to direct the fire to, of course.
And
That,
Dick Grayson was Robin for 40 years.
that's a long time to be Robin.
Because Robin was first introduced in Detective Comics number 38 in 1940.
That is a long time to be Robin. No other Robin can lay that claim.
Not Jason. Tim got pretty close. He got pretty close.
Tim has been Robin for a long time, but he has not been there as long as Dick was.
No.
But his style and just his overall presentation clashes with Batman so well, which is why it was so easy for him to transition into being his own hero. People love the Teen Titans, but the Teen Titans have been so good without their leader. I mean, like when you take Robin out of the equation, the average person, not the average fan, the average person, how many of those characters would that person know?
Nowadays, or back then in the 80s when the Teen Titans were.
Back then.
Oh, absolutely none. Comic books were not as big as they are now.
No one would know who Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy. I mean, Cyborg was around.
Okay, that's not the original Titans.
The most well-known Titans.
True.
Does that suffice?
Yes, because the original Titans was Kid Flash, Aqualad, Donna Troy, and Robin.
I mean, the point still stands there.
Oh yeah.
But Robin is not the hero that pretty much brought people into liking the Teen Titans, but he's one of the pillars as to why people like the Teen Titans. Because it's like the average person, hey, that's Robin, and they're like, oh, who are these other guys? Boom, instant recognition. And I know that Tim Drake would be in the Titans later, but
no, he was technically he was never in the Titans. He was in the Young Justice team.
They're virtually the same thing.
Oh yes, 100%. Some gum guy at DC said Tim Drake cannot be on the Titans because they deal with magic and stuff, but he has to be with Batman and stuff.
Yeah, like Young Justice didn't deal with magic and stuff. Give me a break.
Hey, don't yell at me about that. I'm not the one who came up with a stupid idea.
Yeah, he is quite literally the anti-Batman in the best way. And that's why the phrase opposite attract really comes to mind here. Dick and Bruce have such a father-son relationship. There's plenty of times that, Batman will refer to, Dick as his son.
He refers to all of them as his son.
Yeah, but he was the first one he actually referred to him as his son. If you look in like the Injustice games, I don't know if they said it in the comics or not, but obviously the stuff happened between Dick and Damian. We're not going to go into that. But Batman says that Dick was my son. It may not have been by blood, but he was my son. I mean, that's the ultimate compliment from the Dark Knight himself. So with these points standing, and he's pretty much the only Robin Joker didn't find some way or another to traumatize forever, at least to my knowledge.
I was gonna say I need to check on what he did to Tim and Damian,
because obviously we know what he did to Jason, and we're talking like the four main Robins here. Like, does anyone really need to bring up Stephanie Brown and Carrie Kelly?
They're actually on the list of Robins in main continuity. It goes first Robin Dick, second Robin Jason, third Robin Tim, fourth Robin Stephanie Brown, fifth Robin Damian.
What about Carrie Kelly?
Alternate reality.
Fair enough.
Those are the five main continuity Robins.
Although I'm legitimately curious, this is sort of diverting from the subject, but do you think anyone out there actually has Stephanie Brown as their favorite Robin? I'm not saying this isn't like a pure insult, but I'm like legitimately curious.
It's possible, but he was such a short stint as Robin.
Yeah, and I mean, people look back at Jason, like he relative to the others, he had a really short stint as Robin, but he has a lasting impact to his entire character.
Well, because he has had a lasting impact on Batman. His death rocked Batman to his foundation, and I'd say with a little bit later retcon by Marv Wolfman to he becoming more dangerous and needing Tim Drake to fix it.
Oh wow, it kind of comes full circle. But Stephanie Brown really hasn't had a crowning achievement like that.
He was only a background to my knowledge.
Yeah, again, not trying to divert from the subject. But yeah, my main points as it stands is that Dick is the ultimate antithesis of Batman in every good way you can think of. He's definitely successful if you look at everything he's done. Like I said, leading the Teen Titans, striking out as his own superhero, pretty much being the leader of the Bat family in Bruce's absence. He is a natural born leader, and I believe currently he's going to be leading the Justice League, if I'm correct by saying that.
Technically no, technically yes.
It's iffy.
Technically they've disbanded the Justice League and now making the Titans the new Justice League, where they're going to be the main heroes of the DC universe. They're retiring the Justice League for a little while.
Fair enough.
Because every time that book has been opened, bad shit happens out of it.
Okay, but he's leading the main team in DC.
Yes.
Yeah, as of right now, he is doing that, which, again, just shows how successful he was. Like he is Batman's greatest success story. So I that is where I rest my argument.
Okay. Here's
Now,
my
now bring up your
argument.
PowerPoint, Carl.
No, I'm not bringing up my PowerPoint. I'm bringing up my my speech I had to write for why Tim Drake is the best Robin.
Oh,
First, I'm going to first claim is he is the best, one of the best fighters outside of maybe Damien because he got trained by the League of Assassins.
yeah, but he's still a punk little snot-nosed kid.
He was able to fight without even seeing,
Daredevil did that all the time.
but not Dick.
Yeah, continue.
He went toe to toe with Lady Shiva, one of the most best fighters in the DC universe, with poison in his system too, to be added.
Okay.
He went toe to toe with Ra's al Ghul, leader of the League of Assassins and grandfather of Damian Wayne.
That's also a solid point.
He was able to hack into Wayne Tech Industries. He found out who Batman and Robin were by watching TV and recognizing that Robin did a quadruple somersault, which he only saw 3 other people do in his lifetime that he knows if they can do that. And one of them was in the Haley Circus. And who was in the Haley Circus?
Dick Grayson.
Dick Grayson. And he has the respect of Rachel Gould. Like Rachel Gould called him detective. Only Batman is called detective. That means Rach has a high respect for him. Outside of that, the Bat family even claims it. Bruce literally says in Batman 617,
He's got sources.
I do. Dick saw Robin as being fun. It's probably why he outgrew it. Jason saw it as a game. It's probably what got him killed. But Tim, I gotta hand it to the boy. He wants to be the world's greatest detective, and someday he will be. Let me pull up the source I have on my phone. What is the name of this stupid book? In Batman Gate of Gotham #3, during this, I think I want to say it was a vampire storyline, Dick Grayson, who was Robin, was Batman at the time of the story, said literally, even as Tim explains what he found, I can't stop thinking about how much I rely on him. He is a better Robin than I ever was. He's probably end up being a better Batman too. He was the first one to legitimately take up the cape and cowl during the Battle for the Cowl storyline to take down a revenge-driven and insane Jason Todd. He did get his butt kicked by Jason Todd, but Jason Todd plays dirty. Lady Shiva and Rachel Gould don't play that dirty. They're all about the honor.
Was that the end of your bullet points?
Yep, that's the end of my bullet points on why Tim Drake is the best. Oh, and from 1980 to about 2011, he was Robin in most projects, or at least his design was it, because you got tricked by it in Young Justice.
Okay, can you blame me?
No, but my point exactly. And in the new Batman Avengers, after Dick Grayson quit, who was the next Robin? Tim Drake. They totally skipped over Jason Todd. And Damien wasn't invented yet.
Why?
I know why. They don't want to kill a kid on live TV.
Exactly. They're not going to show the freaking death in the family story in this animated series for kids.
I think nowadays I probably would have, thanks to the crackpot theory of Bruce Tim.
I mean, nowadays that's a completely different ballgame, but back then they wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's network TV.
Yeah.
So, you have any more you want to share?
No, I think that's all I have on why Tim Drake is the best Robin.
Okay. Do you mind if I make a rebuttal myself?
Sure.
So you have a lot of solid claims here, and I will concede to the fact that in terms of pure fighting ability, yeah, Tim Drake is the best. I'm not even going to argue that. You bring up fantastic point.
What about his intelligence?
That in terms of pure intelligence and fighting skill, he is the best of the best when it comes to the Robins. I mean, Jason was never exactly bright. Neither was Stephanie.
Yeah, Jason was a little headstrong, and Stephanie was not long enough Robin to be. She was trained by Barbara Gordon, not by Bruce. All the other Robins got training from Bruce, who got trained by some of the best people in the DC universe.
I'm not saying that they're stupid, but they are very high caliber.
I think the 3 highest best combats would be Damien, Dick, and Tim.
Yeah. And I was just about to say, in terms of pure combat, yes, Tim is the best. But I would argue that Dick is a decent second. Yes, Damien did receive the League of Assassins training that you mentioned. That very much is true. But as of us currently recording this, he is still, like I said, that snot-nosed little kid that easily gets frustrated in battle. And Dick is a lot more refined. He's mature. He has experience on his side. That's one thing he will always have over every other Robin. He has experience. I'm not going to say that's enough to say that would be better than Tim in a fist fight, but it's just something to consider. Another point you brought up, Tim, took up the cape and cowl, but so did Dick. Dick, for a while, also did become Batman, and he didn't have the role for a very extended period of time, but obviously, that's not exactly his fault. But it still shows the level of, care and, responsibility given to this character that, he's Batman, at least for this short while. And yes, Dick also said that Tim was a flat out better Robin than him.
Actually, I have another point to that.
Okay.
In Nightwing number 80, written by Tom Taylor, he literally said, if I'm right about where the kid is, I'm going to need a very special kind of help. I'm going to need to make a call. Barbara asked, to whom? My brother, Tim Drake. Through by many as the best Robin. I get it. Totally get it.
Yes, he flat out says that he is the best Robin. However, I think we do need to clarify to the people here, we're not talking about the best Robin in terms of, who would win in a fight, combat ability. We're talking like best Robin. I know that doesn't make much sense from a literary standpoint, but you get what I'm trying to say.
We're talking about an overall character. We're not just talking intelligence or combat ability.
Yeah, exactly.
We're talking about
those
a full round character.
Yeah, those are factors we're bringing in, but we're talking about as a character. But yes, it is very true. Dick did say that Tim, was a flat out better Robin. He'd even say that he would most likely be a better Batman. Keyword most likely. Dick has hit his stride, and it currently is at his peak. He is at his top performance. Tim is also very far along, but I wouldn't say that he's hit his ceiling yet.
Oh no, because he has a crappy writer at the moment.
I mean, yeah, but it's not his fault.
Yeah.
But he has not hit his stride. He has not hit his big moment, as it were to say. Yes, he has done a lot of amazing things, but he has not, leapt into that next step, is pretty much what I'm saying. So I would agree that in terms of skill, all those other things, Tim at his peak would be better than Dick in almost every factor. But currently, he has not reached that peak, while Nightwing has. Like I said, it comes down to that experience. Nightwing has just had overall a more complete arc, pretty much, than Tim has. He's had the most complete arc of pretty much every Robin. I mean, arguably Jason, but that's kind of a weird case. Comparing Jason to all the other Robins is weird.
Yeah, because he was dead for about 40 years.
Yeah.
No.
Not that long.
He was dead for about 30 years. 20 to 30 years.
Somewhere around there. Yeah, about 20 years. And obviously people know him more as Red Hood than they know him as Robin.
Oh, yeah.
With Dick, it kind of depends who you ask. He's known as both Robin and Nightwing.
That's the one thing I will say about Tim. He never had, because during the New 52, that's when they switched from him being Robin to Damien being the main Robin.
Yeah.
But he never left the shadow of Robin. He was
he
Red
never really
Robin.
Yeah, he was Red Robin.
He was Red Robin. Yum. Go get some cookies at Red Robin.
Dude, does Red Robin even sell cookies?
Possibly. I don't work there. I don't go there enough to know.
But yeah, to continue on with my point, Dick Grayson has had the most complete arc of pretty much every Robin. He is loved. He is lost. He feels legitimately like a full-on character. Not to say that Tim isn't, but he feels like really within the upper echelon of DC now, in that sense. He truly has escaped Batman's shadow. Again, not to say that Tim hasn't, but he was the first to do it. And, whether it be, like I said, comics, games, movies, whatever it be, absolutely no one will forever forget Dick Grayson. Robins have come and gone. That much is true. And like I said, I'm not downplaying Tim Drake, but people will always remember Dick Grayson as Robin. Being remembered and, being that iconic is something very few characters can say that they have done. Like when you think of the upper echelon of DC, you have your Batmans, you have your Supermans, you have your Wonder Womans, you have your Flashes, you have your Jokers. But wouldn't you say that Robin is in there too? You cannot have
You literally, when you think of Batman, the next thing
You
you think
think
of
of Robin.
is Robin.
It's Batman and Robin. It's not Robin and Batman, but it's Batman and Robin. I mean,
He did that
They even made a movie named called that. But less said about that, the better.
very much so because that movie had a lot of problems.
Yeah. If I really had to throw anything else onto the fire, it'd have to be one thing. This is one thing he'll always have over Tim. He got with an alien princess. What more can you say?
No, not exclusively.
Not exclusively, but he did.
So did Jason
No, yes, but I don't want to talk about it.
and Roy Harper.
Hey, Roy did too.
Oh yeah, they were both. She was banging both of them in the Red Hood and the Outlaws book.
Yeah, because she was horny. Like, bro, what did they do with her, man? That was weird.
Oh, and later when they turned her into the ditzy girl in Miami.
They really haven't really decided what to do with Starfire recently, have they?
Not really, but oh yeah, they made her the head mistress of the Titans Academy before they imploded that idea.
And when was that? Like,
2021, where they ended it with the end of Dark Crisis.
thought it
With
was long
with
ago.
no, they had the hints of it during the crappily written Teen Titans book, or Future State.
Oh God, don't remind me of Future State Teen Titans.
Oh, Future State Justice League.
That one was ironically bad. No, that was unironically bad, but I had ironic enjoyment of it. Teen Titans felt like I had my soul just like sucked free with a machine.
No, the best part of that Justice League book was
The weirdly shaped buttocks.
that I left you two on while I went to go to the bathroom for 5 minutes.
That was crazy, man. Yeah, you know that scream machine from Monsters Inc. That's how I felt after reading Future State Teen Titans.
I swear you
But
guys hated Justice League a lot more.
oh, I hated it more, but I at least found some ironic enjoyment out of it. But if you have anything else you want to say, go right ahead.
To defend Tim from your blatant regard of his character,
Oh,
we never really we only know a lot about his relationships because he's been around for almost 100 years. We care about his character and his stories, like his relationships, because they had to compete with Spider-Man.
interesting claim you make there.
Well, because you can't really do a serious relationship stuff with Batman. So, and Spider-Man is all you can attest to this. What is Spider-Man known for? Minus retcons, spider bites,
And
and
the universe crapping on him.
pretty much he's known for dealing with relationships almost every issue.
That is fair.
And DC needed a competitor, so they made with Tim Drake's book to make him his relationship with his father, his relationship with his girlfriend Stephanie Brown.
So you're saying that they at least attempted to make Tim Drake DC's equivalent of Spider-Man in
For a
that
little
way.
while. Well, yeah, before they made Sideways.
Oh God, don't mind me sideways.
What about Black Spider?
Okay, that one was okay. I will defend Sideways in the fact that I feel like they at least gave it a little bit of effort. Black Spider was it was something all right.
What about Damage?
Okay. I have no defense for Damage. I truly do not have any defense for Damage.
Minus the Hulk. You know what the Marvel equivalent to Damage is?
What?
Funny enough, is the American Kaiju.
Oh, I remember American Kaiju. He was not around for very long.
No, he's not. But yeah, the same concept. He only can be the American Kaiju for an hour. Like Damage can only be the Damage for an hour.
They're really stupid weakness.
Yes, it is.
Then again, DC has a long history of stupid weaknesses.
Oh yeah, no Dick Grayson's weaknesses.
A rock.
A rock and a pole.
You know what? Screw you. Screw your injustices. And
hey, I didn't write that one. I have to remember.
Freaking Jason got beat with a crowbar.
You're right. As far as I remember, Tim Drake has never died.
I mean, he's probably died in like some big event or whatever, and was like swiftly resurrected.
Let me make sure that's right, because I know for a fact every other Robin has died.
Yeah, Jason's died.
Dick has died. Damian died.
Stephanie died?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I can't recall a time that Tim ever died. Makes you ponder. Yeah.
And make sure this is right.
Yeah, other than that, do you have anything else you want to add?
No, just please, whatever you do not buy that new Tim Drake book. I've been talking praise on him. Do not buy that new book.
Bro, it looks It looks.
You're not gonna say anything. So that's all I got to say on Tim Drake and why he is the best Robin, hands down.
Ooh, I feel like we both got at least like a couple good compelling arguments in there.
Let us
And
know
yeah,
what you think in the comments down below.
yeah, like tell us who is your favorite Robin? Will we see the Stephanie Brown fans? That's my question.
He's only Robin for 3 years, but don't hold me to that.
But yeah, to cue the fact check. Yes, Tim Drake has never like officially died, or at least not on record.
At least not in continuity. At least not in the
Yeah.
main continuity.
And yeah, that is pretty much like the basis of what we're going here, main continuity. Because all that other stuff is exhausting.
Sure you don't
But
want to talk about the Frank Miller verse?
no, no, I would not. I mean, yeah, we mentioned injustice, but that wasn't really like a main part of our argument.
No, that would just annoy the crap out of you. Because Dick Grayson
Bro,
got killed by a
bro,
stick
why
to the
they
head and
murk
a
him
rock.
so bad?
And you say, so oddly in the Injustice universe, only the two deadly Robins survived.
Yeah, only freaking Jason and Damien.
Yep, because Tim got lasered by Zod.
Freaking Kryptonians, man, they stink.
Superman!
But yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of our argument. Debate, whatever you wish to call it. Let us know who is A, your favorite Robin, and B, who do you think is the better one, Dick or Tim? Hopefully we can get some good feedback from this one. Anything else you'd like to say to the audience? You've already made your cookie joke, Carl.
Yeah, I have one thing left to say.
Okay.
Go to DJ's house and go get some chocolate cake.
I don't like chocolate. Your joke is invalid.
Okay, go
Good
get some
day to all
vanilla.
of you.
Go get some vanilla cake.
Good day to all of you. Have a great morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you're watching this or when, you know. And on behalf of my friends, this is your saber. God, it's late.
Yes, it is.
This is your favorite Southern Californian son signing off. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.